This is how loan interest work. Loan interest for a car, for a house, which is a mortgage, for a boat, um, a personal loan, uh, student loans. Let me tell you how it works. For instance, you have principal. What is principal? Principal is the original amount that you borrowed, right, from the very beginning of getting the loan. It's your debt, whatever you borrowed. What is interest? Interest is just the cost, right? Interest is the cost of what you borrowed, which is the payment of what you borrowed to acquire that loan. Okay, so for instance, let's say you have a car and let's say if you have a house, right? And the house is 300,000, right? And the house interest rate is 6.25% for 30 years. Let me show you what they're doing to you. I want to make this clear because my clients, it doesn't hit them hard enough, and I want to let them know what it's doing, and I want to let the world know what it's doing. So let's say the interest, the payment, the mortgage payment on the home is let's say it's 2,000. This is just an example. Let's be clear. This is just an example. I'm just making up numbers. These are just made up numbers. So it's 2,000. It's 2,000, right? So when I keep saying in my videos, they front loading it with interest. They front loading it with interest. They front loading it with interest. This is what I mean by that. For that 2,000, for the $2,000, right? 1,800 goes over here, and 200 goes towards the principal, right? And interest is only an acute way to just say bank money. That's going to the bank. Principal is just a cute way to say debt. It's just going to your debt. It's going to the debt. I already told you what a principal is. So out of this $2,000 mortgage payment, only $800, only 1,800, right? The whole 1,800, the whole 1,800 is going in the bank's pocket. You put it in their pocket, and the $200 is going to what you borrowed originally. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm trying to tell you this is front loaded. This is what's called front loaded interest. Front loaded interest works like this. This is a recipe for disaster for the consumer, for the customer, for the person that got the mortgage. For the person that got this mortgage, it's a disaster for them. Why do you think it takes 30 years to pay off a house? Because they're stringing you along. They're front loading you in interest. They're stringing you along. The whole time, you're thinking that the whole $2,000 is going in this column. It's not. Once you pay for that loan, that money is getting split up immediately. As soon as you put that money inside as soon as you put your payment to the bank, they splitting the payments up immediately. 1,800 going in their pocket, and they putting 200 towards your debt. So imagine, right? Let's say the bank is a person, and I'm the bank. You give me $2,000. Oh, here go the mortgage payment. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I take the mortgage payment and I put $1,800 in my pocket. Boom. And I put the 200 towards the $300,000. Boom. This went from $300,000 to $200 less than that. I ain't gotta give the numbers, the exact numbers, but $200 less than that. And that's how much your debt went down. Only $200 when you gave them $2,000 because they're front loading you with interest. Let that sink in. Like let this example sink in. This is what you call a amortized schedule. Every month you'll pay $2,000 repeatedly for the next 30 years. And the whole time you paying those $2,000, they're doing this to you. They splitting up your payments. By the time that at the end of the 30 years, by the time that you pay off the whole house in 30 years, they would have got their money back, and you would have gave them an extra $300,000 by the end of it all. You would have doubled their money twice. It's called the 72 rule for the banks, right? So you got to really listen to what guys like me are telling you. Hey, get a line of credit, get a HELOC to defeat this. Okay, so that's what I wanted to let you know in this video. Keep looking at this video, keep looking at all the other videos, and let it sink in. So every time you hear me say it's front loaded, that's what I mean by that. So that's all that I have for this video. Thank you.